That's the beauty of it. Like that's that shit though. You be going live and shit just be fucking up on the live.
Oh, is this recording right now?
Yeah, now we're recording right now. All right, motherfuckers, this is Inappropreality episode 131. I am DJ Mike Torch.
Back way.
Kate.
Mike.
Word.
Whoa, we
Shout
got
out
two
Mulhollen.
mics?
Yes.
Two fucking mics on at once.
Too many
Let's take
mics.
a shot
There can
first.
only be one.
Shout out our sponsors. Shout out Haiku. We gonna take the shot. You wanna take the shot,
I
Siobhan?
got Modelo.
And shout out to locals only, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
locals
thank
only.
you.
Man.
Locals
Yeah, this
only,
is how
thank
we came
you.
up. This is the locals only
man.
podcast right here.
Inappropriality as well.
Thank
Come on,
you.
man.
This is
All right.
awesome.
Word. Shout out our sponsor. Shout out Haiku, Terry's Tees. We have some new sponsors on the way. If you'd like to sponsor us, we're looking for some long-term sponsors. But if you don't want to sponsor us long-term, you can sponsor an episode. So if you want to do that, you can hit up anybody in the crew to find out more information. Black Wall Street, Black and Brown Wall Street at the Eastfield Mall. That's going down December 26th through the 31st. Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of shit. We're going to be doing a live podcast there. I'm going to be spinning. I'm trying to bring out some artists. I plan on bringing out some artists to do some real horticulture shit as we usually do, but live in front of a crowd. Y'all got anything? Y'all got any drops?
Hi, Mom.
No bullshit. That
Locals only podcast in the building right now. This is really dope because we came up the same exact way, except we got a different name. It's pretty much the same concept.
No, there's a lot of similarities actually.
Yeah.
And you know what's even funnier? A little fun fact about when I was, thinking of a name for my podcast. I really wanted to call it Apparently. I don't know why, but I was thinking of Apparently. It was this close.
I thought of J. Cole off rip.
It was this close to being Apparently. And then I went with Locals Only based off of I think it was like a Bill Murray movie.
You fucked up. You better take that name and use the show because I might take it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it.
You guys ever see what the hell is that? What was that Bill Murray movie where he was like Dr. Leo Marvin? He was oh god, I'm drawing a total blank. He was another.
We know who he is, but I don't know if you were watching his
yeah.
movies.
Anyways, he had a shirt that said don't bother me, I'm a local. Don't hassle me, I'm a local. So that's kind of where it came from.
Word.
Mike, where you got the name Inappropriality from?
I wish I remember who the fuck said it because I keep saying the same things. I don't fucking remember who said it. I heard somebody say inappropriate and reality in a sentence, and I was just like,
I like it.
Fuck, that sounds great.
It's a good name for a podcast. It's hip, and that's kind of what I was thinking of with Apparently, because it's kind of got a hipper vibe to it in a sense. I don't know.
I with branding, like there's certain things that like I have a podcast, obviously.
Yeah.
I try to keep the name podcast out of it.
Yeah.
We're working on it. We're working on a bunch of other things, and we're trying to keep the name of what it is out of the title of the show.
I got you.
Locals Only Podcast. Why did you go that
Well,
route?
it's funny you say that because it's just Locals Only on YouTube. Like that's the name of it, but it's a podcast. So it's funny. I like your name on Instagram because it had me thinking the other day. The algorithm is my what is it? Worst enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And because or the darkest foe or something like that. Well,
Yeah.
What is it?
My biggest foe.
My biggest foe.
Mhm.
And it is. It freaking sucks. I just noticed that on Instagram as well, that when you're posting something, it comes up no longer in reverse chronological order.
Mhm.
It comes up like based off of popularity or something,
Mhm.
which can, work in your favor, but at the same time, it's a little bit of a downer because I did like seeing, what people were posting when they were posting it. And to me, that was, a nice aspect of communicating and socializing with people. But to your original question, wait, what would you ask me at first?
Why did you go with that? With
Locals
that name?
only? Because I knew that two things, that it was going to have to be built up by people who are local. There's no way somebody from Cali is flying in to get on my show. You know what I mean?
But isn't that not the ultimate
That's the goal. That is the goal. And the second thing is that it's still a catchy and I think personally is hip enough to maintain itself down the road if it ever does become a bigger show. I think I have faith that it's going to be still consistent to what it is when it was first started, to like okay, locals only, because technically anybody who's there is local, right? I mean, they're there.
I mean, yeah, but you want, I mean, shit, to be nationally even syndicated.
Yeah, well,
to be syndicated, like
it's funny.
that's the fucking, I think that's the ultimate goal.
Yes, absolutely. I actually couldn't agree more. Hopefully, as time goes on, because I'd love to offer people more when they come on. You know what I mean? Like right now, we're still getting our legs. And before I actually continue on, I actually really did want to say thank you, or actually shout out Jameson Lolos and Jason Deo for being, those guys are my co-hosts. You guys were asking about them.
Mm-hmm.
And without them, the show wouldn't be what it is. So I can't really express my gratitude enough for them tagging along with me, because it probably can be a little overbearing. Like you were asking me who the producer was, and I do all the legwork in that sector. Really, it's just they sit down and add to the conversation and provide us with facts and whatnot if we need them to check Google. So their part may seem minimal, but it really ties the whole thing together. It sucks being in a room by yourself with somebody you don't know and then trying to conduct an interview.
When did you start this at first? I seen you guys almost at
May 28th was our first episode.
In the midst of COVID. Oh, I was about to say.
In the midst of COVID, yeah.
Word.
Yeah, in the midst of COVID. It's actually a product of COVID. I was so fucking bored. I was like, that's it. So I took a flight. I went to Arizona.
I'm so glad you said this. Before you continue, because I saw somebody, I saw a DJ who was like posted, and they were like, I miss DJing. And then somebody was like, wait, did you retire? Like somebody in our area. And they were like, nah, COVID made me retire. And it's like, what? How do you not just create your own? Keep creating.
The internet still exists.
Fuck out of here.
The internet still exists, and there's a lot of things you can do on a really huge level from an autonomous standpoint. Like if you're distributing content, there's really almost no bounds. You know what I mean? Like there's no boundaries anymore. Like before, you'd have to get out. Like we'll say 100, whatever, how many 100 years ago, you're out there playing the guitar. That's how people knew you played the guitar.
Right.
Now you can just take a video and people catch on. You know what I mean?
But back to COVID, creating a podcast.
Oh, so yeah, thank you. It's funny because I was like, all right, I was out of a job at the time. Not out of a job, but
laid off.
Right? Mm-hmm. So I took a flight to Arizona to just go hiking and shit because I was bored.
You're a white boy. Yo, you go through his Instagram. I'm like, yo, this guy travel
and everything. Well, here's the thing. It's funny because I'm actually 100% Portuguese.
Oh shit!
But like,
word. Let's go.
Colors are colors.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Word. My bad.
Yeah, I went out there, met a friend from Reno. We went hiking for like a full week, and what came of it is that I was listening to all these podcasts, and I was like, and at one point it was really sad. My buddy left, right, and I was like bummed because I didn't know anybody, and this is a pandemic, so I'm out in Arizona, Sedona, Arizona, one of the most beautiful places in the world, and I highly recommend it to anybody. I've said it a million times, and I'll say it a million more. But the but the thing is that when you're out there by yourself, it's like shit. A podcast really provides you with a sense of environment where you don't feel like you're alone, and you feel like you're contributing, or even just by listening, you're contributing to the conversation in a sense. You know what I mean? It's a very organic thing that takes place, and that's why I wanted to get into it as well, and why I appreciate obviously what you guys are doing so much, and what any other podcaster's doing. It's really just a great thing to tune into, because it's hard to find authentic material these days. Mm-hmm. Everything is so filtered. You know what I mean? Even people's pictures. It's like you can't even get a picture these days without knowing what someone looks like. You know?
Should dudes use filters?
Huh?
Should dudes use filters?
Dudes can. That's a funny thing. It works. I mean, that's the age we live in. Should you said should though?
Yeah,
should?
nah.
Right.
Niggas' cheeks be a little peachy.
Right.
What's good with you, my nigga?
Yeah.
What's good with you, my nigga?
I can't use the little highlights.
You be using that?
Right.
You're hurting my feelings, Mike. You're hurting my feelings, man.
You got that Charlemagne effect.
You got me backed up against the wall here.
They can make your skin clear. That's crazy.
No, it's become obviously like a.
Nigga, you be using all the female ones. This nigga.
That's the only ones I use anyway. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. The dog, I use the dog all day. That's the only one I use. No, But it has become. That's the craziest part. Is the filters have become like a style, and people like use it. Just
y'all see these people like actually getting surgeries to look like.
Yeah, those people are delusional.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
Those people live in California.
That's that Kardashian
There's
effect.
nothing wrong with Chloe. There's nothing wrong with her. Don't talk about her.
Yo, so I seen this question, right? Right? Would you go 7 minutes in heaven with Caitlyn to fuck Courtney?
I'll be honest.
No.
I don't know who's who in that.
Wow.
Who's Caitlyn?
Who's Caitlyn?
Jenner?
Dad.
Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner?
The dad mom.
I don't know.
The mom dad.
Oh my God!
Whichever
that
way
guy?
you wanna.
Or girl?
That girl.
Sorry, Jill.
I think it was to fuck Kendall. Kendall's the one with the lips, right? Which one was the
I
which one
don't
with the
know.
lips? Kylie. How many of them are there?
It's hard for me to follow that. You're asking the wrong guy.
I don't
Yeah.
be paying attention either. I just saw the question, thought it was funny.
I ain't doing shit with Bruce to get to none of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen,
I ain't doing shit with Bruce. Play a hand of spades.
I'll scream.
You play in the spades.
It's just like if
Yo, no, white people don't play spades. It's Remy.
Let's get his daughters.
listen, and all due respect to anybody who wants to undergo such a process and do all that, but if I came across Caitlyn Jenner, that's Bruce, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was Bruce,
Mhm.
and it was dark out, I'd scream.
Previously.
I'd run, and I can run
On
fast
this
too.
previous episode. Oh
And
my
Right,
god.
right.
I have always considered myself a fast runner, but I see him in the dark, her in the dark. Sorry, again. Oh man, land speed records being broken. I mean,
Land speed.
It's people be like, you see like a trail of dust that's like clouds. You know what I mean, like Roadrunner. My legs would be doing a circular,
He's out.
like Sonic.
You familiar with Vlad?
No,
Vlad TV?
no. Is he another person around here?
No.
No way.
He's definitely known in the industry.
Okay.
Mhm.
Right now, he's currently taking backlash for an interview that he did with Casanova, a rapper out of New York.
Oh,
Right
what
now,
happened?
he's getting a RICO charge. He's got arrested, and he's probably going to do some crazy time right now. And it's based off of some things that was said on that interview, allegedly.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Allegedly, right? So, are you afraid? Are you afraid of something like that ever happening? You have somebody on,
that's a good
and
question.
you're just like, damn, I have no idea this person did this, that, and the third, and then also people are trying to have him boycotted because he
Yeah.
had him on, which I don't think is fucking fair. Like,
No,
as
no.
somebody coming on to a podcast or interview, you better be fucking
Yeah,
media
it goes,
trained.
It goes without saying that I'm
You better
cer-
not know what to say and what not to say.
Right, I'm
Mhm.
certainly withheld from saying certain things on air, because I guess in like a very mild way, I want to be able to reach an audience where anybody can listen without being like too upset. I mean, I'm not afraid to, share my opinion about certain things, but like, I definitely, I mean, shit, I can't imagine what I could say that would get me in that much trouble, though. I don't know that much.
It's not even about you per se. It's
Yeah.
about your platform, and
Oh.
you're asking a guest a question,
Yeah.
and the guest answers, and now the guest is getting indicted because of what they said on your show.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
No.
that's not your fault that the guest
I'll
answered
tell you
that
flat
way.
out, I'm not ready for that.
Yo,
That's
yo.
like,
He said
Yo,
he's good.
I'm fucked. That's
Yeah.
the answer.
But
That's
no,
the
that's
answer.
not against the interviewer. That's not. No platform should be held against. Like, I feel like no platform because we're
yeah.
here. As journalists, we gotta ask those fucking
there's-
questions.
there's
Interviewers, we gotta ask
certainly,
certain questions, and it's up to you to answer them shits or not.
Yeah, no, I actually completely agree with you, because obviously at the end of the day, the what will be most infringed upon is like, well, freedom of speech. You know what I mean? Like, how much are you going to hold somebody accountable if they admit to murdering somebody? That's different. But like, if they just say something that
Casanova
has
was
to,
saying some wild shit. I don't went back and watch that.
okay, yeah,
he was
I'm not
fucking
sure what he
bugging.
was saying, so I. Just disclosure. I didn't see what interview you were talking about, but
yeah.
I do. I think people shouldn't take things
What-
so seriously. But I don't know.
What podcast do you watch? Like
I-
outside
I-
of
Listen to.
or listen to.
I listen to a few. I like Aubrey Marcus, Joe Rogan's obviously a pretty popular
He's
one.
a goat.
I used to listen to Congratulations before Chris D'Elia
Yeah,
got slammed.
yeah.
So
I
he's fucked.
literally just unsubscribed. I was like, I'm still following this
Yeah.
guy. I was
And
like,
you know, he's gone, which was sad because he was actually a big part of my inspiration.
Really?
for making a podcast.
He's fucking hilarious.
Charisma. He was super enthusiastic. He had so much charisma. He was fucking hilarious. And then like all that shit, it's like, ooh, that's just a bad look, man. And unfortunately, that's kind of that's curtains.
So you're a fan of comedy because I know these two don't know who Chris D'Elia
I like
is.
comedy. I like going far out, having conversations with people.
I ain't ashamed.
I saw by their reactions. They're like,
No
and I'm
clue.
like, yeah,
I'm
we're
just- I'm
connected.
just listening.
Okay, they don't know
Yeah,
Chris
nah,
D'Elia?
nah, they have no idea.
He was a
Mike and
comedian.
Mike.
He was
Right, right.
It's the name. It's the name.
Yeah, we're
We're on
good.
the
Mike
same
that night.
wavelength at all times.
All right, Chris D'Elia got caught on some almost pedo shit.
Yeah.
Like, supposedly the women were just
Snapchat.
just turning 18, but he was talking to them previous, like warming them up type shit.
There's a hilarious viral video that was
Yeah.
like, you can screenshot what you
comedian.
say on Snapchat, and it goes bam, 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 da-da-da-da, da-da-da. He has this look on his face like, what?
Yeah,
And he
Chris.
made like a perfect like, what face when the person behind the mic was explaining to Chris D'Elia that you can screen record what you send to people on Snapchat.
Yeah, this
And
guy is crazy.
He did not realize
His
that.
last stand-up was pretty fucking hilarious, too.
Yeah, this last one was pretty. You know what? Here's my interpretation of Chris D'Elia. I was a bigger fan of his interactional comedy, like when he's on a podcast or having an interview.
I feel about that. A lot of
Versus
people.
his stand up. I could never get behind his stand up too much.
Nah, I think his stand-up's pretty funny. I
Yeah,
I
a
think
lot of
both
people
sides
did.
of it.
Oh, yeah.
I think because he's a silly ass fucking
He
dude.
is.
But
He
I
is.
feel like that about Akash Singh. Like Akash on Flagrant 2 is absolutely hilarious, but I can't get
Yeah.
with his stand-up.
Yeah.
Even Joe Rogan. I don't think Joe Rogan is a funny comedian, but I
he's
love
got,
his fucking
he's
podcast.
got little bits here and there, but yeah, it's his podcast. It's his guests. It's his guests that it's really a big part of it.
But it's also
you're
the
not
questions
laughing
he-
when you're watching Joe Rogan. You're like, what?
Nah, sometimes I do. It also depends on who's on there because obviously if you got the crew
Yeah,
on there,
yeah.
Bert and Tom,
Yes,
and
yeah, oh, yeah,
all
yeah.
those
Well,
guys,
that's just it, yeah.
It's way different when his boys
Fucking,
are on. It's a whole different fucking world. These
Bill
guys
Burr.
are fucking lost. They're like, who the fuck?
We good. We chilling,
Yeah.
drinking, sipping,
Word.
enjoying the time.
Tune though, man. Comedy's
for
a
what?
whole different fucking game.
Pa' qué?
Like
It's
I love,
hard.
I love comedy.
what?
Because I think it's the same shit as music. That's what I was saying in the last episode or the episode
Oh,
before.
dude, I totally
feel like
agree.
it's the same. I feel like
Yeah.
comedians attack jokes the way artists attack songs, certain
Yeah.
songs. Like it goes. It's metaphors.
It's the same
all,
level
It's
of-
all metaphors. It's like how can I pull a rapper is gonna like how can I pull this from this but flip it and make it sound hard. A comedian's gonna be like how could I flip this and this and make it sound funny.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. It's the same shit to
and
me.
you're really putting yourself out there, so you probably are confronted with the same outcome of failure. Like when you're say performing, only an artist of that of comedy or an artist out of music would know what it's like to be like booed off stage. I mean, we can talk about it, but knowing what that feels like, I mean, you're driving home with the music off. And
Hey, shout out our last our last guest. He fucking said he got booed off stage.
You drive on with the music.
like,
That's what he said.
seriously.
He really said the same shit. Like,
Yeah.
he done got booed off stage.
Look at that
and fucking-
trees and
like,
stars
he was
and
like he
shit.
was
Yeah.
like that ride
Yeah.
home, like on the
Why
bus
do
or
I
whatever.
do
the fuck,
this?
was miserable. Like, but that's that shit. Even though he was young,
Yeah.
but that misery or even fucking just
it builds character.
bombing.
I'm sure it
bombing.
builds character. You know what I
It
mean?
definitely does.
You have to be
for
a
those
psychopath to want to endure
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
I can't.
people. You walk
I
up the
couldn't
stage
imagine.
smiling after
Yeah,
they
yeah.
boo you.
You want to do that again? You know what I mean?
What are some
and
other
they
things
do.
you plan on trying to get into?
Well,
Or what is your main goal?
yeah, that's a good question. The approach I'm taking is probably just very similar to yours. I mean, I really love bringing interesting people on. I've had other doctors on, teachers,
What?
Indeed.
people who've traveled. You know what I mean? I had a buddy who just got back from Trinidad and Tobago. He was stuck
Word.
there for like 8 months.
God
Yeah,
damn.
because of the pandemic. He always goes in February. It was a great episode too. He sliced
He
his,
survived?
sliced his foot open with a machete. Well, yeah, I mean, he's got like
I mean, he's in
the
the
beautiful-
Caribbean.
yeah,
he has a
exactly.
machete.
You can
That's
just
not.
pick fruit off the trees out there.
That's not.
Yeah.
That's not out
Exactly.
the norm.
What's that?
Doing anything with the machete in the Caribbean.
Oh yes, exactly.
In the Caribbean.
Exactly. That's about the only tool they got now. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
that's
but dude,
not a joke.
He can,
Shit is a hammer,
Right,
screwdriver, pliers. How do you use a machete as pliers?
but
Don't
talk
ask
about
me.
a
Ask the
luxury
Caribbean.
that is. You know what I mean? If you're in a place where you only need a machete, that's luxury.
Yeah, that's
because
pretty-
I need all the shit in my house to live around here.
Word.
You know what
Yeah,
I
me three.
mean?
Word.
They're swear he's like talking about there's like a surplus of mangoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that kind of shit. You wish that was a problem.
For real. Because we be fucking shoveling.
Snow.
It's about that
Yeah.
time. It's gonna come real
No,
soon.
he was
Yeah,
telling me,
I
like,
just
people out
got
there
my.
can't
I
believe it.
replaced my back tires because I'm like, I know
I
I was not gonna survive this
I
winter.
say that I gotta rotate my put the
Yep.
front ones, back ones on the front. But yeah, no, down the road, I'd like to, in other words, just build more of an audience and get more people connected. I was talking to the last artist I had on, Nick Acevedo, and a big part of what I was trying to emphasize is how important it is to get these local artists out there so more people know about them, because there's so many people here with so much talent and they don't get the appreciation they deserve. And it's like when you're listening to what's on the radio, I mean, it's not even, I don't know. To me, I feel like it's the same if not better, and they don't get the same
Did you
recognition.
see Springfield got a new radio
It's
station?
better.
Did they?
Yeah, it's
Better.
97.3. The
Yep.
beat. It's
No
gonna be
kidding.
on iHeart. Yeah, it just started. I think probably 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, I assume it's been cooking up for a year or two before
Right.
they actually started. But locals only. So it's like you're a music based podcast.
That's a good
or,
question.
Or is
too.
it like you looking for
It's
all
anything.
businesses?
Yeah, it's anything. I wouldn't, in other words, withhold myself from having anybody on that.
You said
I
you had
find
teachers and doctors on and shit like that already.
teachers, yeah, and what else? I know I've had other people on. I had like a guy from the news. I don't know, he's Hector Molina. He was on from 22 News, and geez, I mean, I'm 36 episodes. I'm trying to think of all the names right now. And I'm nervous. I'm always nervous on podcasts.
Oh,
Even on my
well,
podcast.
yo, don't
Even
be.
on my podcast.
Don't be.
But,
There's gonna come a time you're gonna be like, I don't even want to do this shit.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna go in. You're gonna
No.
go in and then be like, yo, it's gonna be one of the better episodes that you have.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, damn, you didn't expect that. And then it'd be the ones you're really fucking excited
Yeah.
for, and it'd be a fucking
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing
fucking,
about
it'd be
having.
whack.
I love,
Like, yo,
that's,
come on.
that's why I love having artists on, because some people have such awesome stories, and I like to have them perform in the studio. I'll make like a little bit. I don't know. I post a lot of it on Facebook, or at the end of the podcast. If you ever watch any of my podcasts that have an artist in it, we'll have them. We'll put a track on the beat, because I do it all through the computer, and then they'll even do a verse or two, and it's really fun, because personally, I mean, there's nothing better than seeing somebody express themselves like that in person. You know what I mean? And for me, I'm not super musically inclined. Like, I know a few songs on the piano. That's it. When you see somebody,
So what makes you want to do this shit musically based? Because I really do see a lot more musicians. Really?
Yeah, I mean, in proportion to everybody I've had on, I mean, probably not.
Dean
as-
Martin is that guy.
Dean Martin, yeah, Lumberjack.
That's that
Shout
guy.
out, by the way. Really, those guys are like family to me. We go way back, making prank videos and whatnot. And
He was on there twice, right? He was on there twice, I think. It seems
yeah,
like.
he was the
Yeah.
first and only so far guest I've had on twice. And it's like I said, it's awesome having them on, and I love encouraging him, because he's super talented.
Made me do a mix for him. Hey,
Yeah.
made me do a mix for him. I ain't see that mix. I ain't see it.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Jack.
What happened?
Lumberjack,
What happened?
explain yourself.
What happened?
Calling
What
him
happened?
out.
Hey, it's all right. I got paid. It's all right.
No, but he's working out. Well, he just had this. His son was just born too. So and he's like,
Word.
Congratulations
He's like-
on that, lumberjack.
But he's
a wizard
He's,
at,
he's the artist who did the signing for T Swan, and I think he did.
Oh, word.
Yeah, he did a couple tracks. He signed verses.
I remember, yeah.
He signed verses. Yeah, him, D Martin.
but
Fire.
yeah, no, I will always leave my doors open for artists. You know what I mean? It's just worth. In other words, the beauty about a podcast is that everybody you have on has, a network. People they know, people that they.
You'd be
communicate with.
surprised.
Well,
You'd be surprised.
No, but you know what I mean. In other words, if you ask somebody what their story is, they'll always have something really good to say. And so
You'd be surprised. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you.
No, you're serious.
It's
I-
not. No,
listen,
it is.
I'm
No,
not-
it is.
serious.
No,
But
because
no,
it
no,
is.
but
It is always
you're-
something different. Because
I mean, I'm being nice. You're being real because like, I work with people on a daily basis. Listen, no, you're not even.
He trying to save
I'm a personal
relationships.
trainer. I work in East Long Meadow, actually. Shout out New England Functional Fitness. It's my business. Me, Matt.
Okay, talk that fucking talk.
Seriously though,
Come on, Mike. He said, "Oh,
listen.
ain't nobody shit. That's my business."
My business.
motherfucker."
No, well, I have two business partners. And then two people who work with us. Shout out to Matt, Anoop, Natalie, Preston. Some of the best people ever.
How old are you? How old are you?
28.
Oh, word. I thought you was younger.
I
ain't gonna front.
I drink a lot of water.
Yeah, no bullshit, because you look 13. No
I drink a lot of water.
No,
So and I couldn't do without him. But being in the people business, man, I've heard some stories where it's like, hey, you have to talk to people. That's what your job is, and then know basic gross anatomy. Just conduct the exercise. Some people will be like, oh, I've been a lawyer for 57 years. You're like, okay, that's this. Damn, your whole life. Like, have you ever left the country? No. So.
Damn, what lawyers you know? I done seen lawyers and fucking blow
Like
off the
this
table.
podcast.
I'm like, yo, goddamn!
Wow.
Like, are you supposed to? Hey, I need your number.
Those are the good.
I need
lawyers.
you a lawyer? You blowing yay like that? You selling weed? I need your number, sir.
You're a fucking fool.
I am not bullshitting.
That's
Yo,
a
there was
dirty
one
money
time.
game.
There was one time.
We know different lawyers.
Yeah.
You know good lawyers that actually get you
No,
off.
my lawyers,
No.
the lawyers I know are retired. And like
Yo,
89
yeah, better
years
call
old. I'm not even
Saul out
joking.
this hole. I got Saul as a lawyer. Like, I got that
Solomon and
motherfucker.
Morelli.
Yeah. Now we got Finesse and Finestro out this hole. Where's Finestro, yo?
That
Shout
nigga
out
get-
Finestro.
Yeah, shout out Finestro, man. Nah.
How many people got hit by buses since then?
I can't disclose those numbers.
right. If I sign fucking, what's that, confidentiality?
Yeah.
I said that word right?
NDA.
Yeah.
Word. That's crazy.
Yeah, but no, this has been super fun. Like as far as my experience in the 6 months that I've been doing it, reaching out to people, networking, doing this. I mean, I can't actually express my gratitude enough for you guys having me on. This is really cool, and I do appreciate it.
Aesthetically, your shit is clean too.
Yeah, well, I've been video editing for a long time.
Where you self-taught in school
Yeah,
for
I
it?
mean, I went to school for a semester, but I really didn't.
That's all you need.
Like
just
college.
the intro to shit. Like, not
Yeah,
nothing else
yeah.
out.
Big
Like-
Mike?
Yeah, I was okay with college. I was like,
He said, I'm Big Mike.
Where'd you go?
I got it.
I'm out of here. Peace.
Where'd you go?
I went to HCC for a sec, like 3 semesters. I switched my major 3
Hey, you was
times.
in college longer than me. I went for a
Damn.
half a semester.
Yeah, I went for political science, and like that shit was so boring. Out. And then I went.
Can we talk about shit like this?
Art.
Political science. You went into college thinking that you was.
I was going to be a lawyer, dude. I wanted
Like-
to be a lawyer right out of high school,
Okay.
and it turns out I painted for 4 years.
You're a true
But
player.
yo, that's crazy. So, okay.
No,
so-
not a painter. Like
Oh, paint
so like-
houses?
like a house.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
You did what you needed to do to get
I
money.
did what I did. Yeah. I did that.
Can we talk?
Yeah.
I don't think we ever talked about.
Huh?
Do you regret going into college that way?
No, I didn't pay for it. It was like I was there for such a short period of time. I had some weird, I was poor, so you could get a lot of
You had a Pell Grant.
grant. Yeah, I had one of those. So I had just grants through because me and my mom were I guess below the poverty line. And not in like a bad way. I mean, I guess I'm fine. You know what I mean? Like we made it. We made it. You know.
I'll take y'all fucking
Yeah. and so I was painting and going to college. The second semester, I went for theater, intro to theater. I was hey, who doesn't want to be an actor? I guess, right? So I was like, I'll try that out. Not so much. But I've always liked doing video. Like ever since I was at least 15, I had a video camera. And we would I never edited, and then as time went on, I got a computer to edit and all that. So it kind of all fell together as time went on. Though I got like super into fitness, so like just now I'm just going on a rant. I feel like, but like after painting, or during painting, I was
Y'all
into
dead
fitness.
ass need my house painted. Yeah, I'm not even
Don't
bullshit.
ask me. I'm done with that.
Yo,
I'm
so
done
but you
with
know
that.
somebody.
I'm
You know
done.
somebody that I
Shout
don't.
out Fennell Paint and call
trying
them.
to
They're
pay- I'm
great.
trying- I'm
He
trying to
was
pay
a
my
nice
shit
guy.
great.
He was a nice guy.
Call them.
Call
They're
them.
You said he
Yeah.
wasn't that good?
No, he was great.
I thought you said. I was about to say. So what you trying to do that for?
No, John Fennell. If he ever listens,
I'm trying to
he's
pay my house. I'm
such
dead
a great
ass.
guy,
I
and
want that
he
red
treated
gun.
me very well as an employee of his for the years that I worked for. I worked for him for 4 years, and it was kind of a sweet story, kind of come around because after I quit, I was in fitness for 2 years, and I came across a location that me and 2 other guys bought from a massive physical therapy company. So we ended up with this entire athletic studio, just us, and we were all strength and conditioning coaches, crushing it. And so when we finalized the acquisition, got the place, I called up John. I'm like, we need to paint this place. would
That's
you,
hilarious.
how could
That's
we
real
work
as
this out?
fuck.
He said, hey, you give me 4 years, I can give you 2 days. He came in with his whole crew and painted the whole
Mexicans?
Hell no.
I mean, some of them.
He said some of them.
Yeah, he's an Irish fella. But he probably had some. Hey, I think he had. I mean, around here, everybody's everything. So like, he's probably
That's
got a
New
couple
England. That's
Mexicans.
the
who-
Mexicans.
Yo, that shit
New
was
England.
done in 2 days.
Yeah.
He said 2 days. There was either Mexican or Asian, like one of the two.
He called his
like-
best motherfucking employees and said, "Look,
Yeah. We gotta get this
we
done.
gotta get this done.
Yeah, can I get,
It was
oh,
Jose and fucking right there.
Wepa.
That's what it was.
They were all Jose. Six.
Ron.
Yeah, 6 of them.
Jose, Luis.
He kept things simple
Hector.
around the office. He says Jose, and 5 people go, "What?"
Not even. All their names is Bebo.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you. Yeah. No.
Yo, am I the only one who does weird shit like counting deodorant swipes?
Oh yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
do that shit all the time.
Really, you are.
Sometimes I don't even leave the
Is
house.
that a mic thing?
No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't do that. No.
I be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, no, no. That is definitely OCD, right?
That's OCD.
Damn.
Real shit, yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, you don't count deodorant swipes?
you might want to talk to somebody.
I know a guy who counted deodorant.
Because
like,
it just don't feel right if it's just too much on one side. Just like
I'm a too much type of motherfucker.
so you just like you put like 12 swipes.
I
like my
do a
shit to be-
dusting. I do a dusting because I'm afraid the chemicals are going to
How?
I don't want to.
If somebody just walk
They're
in
like
while
touching-
you doing your dusting and shit,
I blow it onto my armpit like this.
I don't need much.
It doesn't mean much, man. I don't sweat that much.
Oh, you
Nah.
get your shit's waxed.
Yes. No.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was like, really? Let's talk about that.
I'll show you my
That's what I'm
armpit right
saying.
now.
Like, if you
You
was
get your shit waxed?
if you was dealing with someone and they wanted you to get waxed,
Like a girl?
Where?
wax
Where?
from the rooter to the tutor.
Ooh.
No.
Well, it
I'm a
depends
grown ass
on
man.
No.
I'm
it
a
depends.
grown
Listen
ass
to me.
man.
You ain't getting waxed?
No, you're
And
not,
I'm Puerto Rican.
You're not
You ain't
thinking-
getting waxed?
I'm
you're not-
Puerto Rican. I'm hairy. I'm a hairy ass motherfucker, aight?
Sometimes that's
That
the
means
struggle.
that it's gonna hurt.
There's nothing you can do about it. Listen,
Yo,
it
listen.
depends on who's
You know,
asking.
like, shit,
It
shit,
depends.
shit.
It depends. It depends on who's asking. You can't just
said
nod
it
it right
depends on who
away.
asks.
Yeah, like where Kim Kardashian goes, you wax everything, or who's I don't know who your 10 out of 10 is. They ask you that kind of, you might be
My
the first
wife?
in the door. You might be sleeping over.
What else am I supposed to say?
You might be pitching a tent outside the place because it's opening. You know what I mean?
Well,
Jumping
all right,
right
so
in.
let's ask that. Who is your 10 out of 10 right now? Who is your top notch? Who are you taking down right now if they was give it to you? Celebrity or not? It could be a fucking Instagram model from around the corner. Who you got?
Oh, Ariana Grande.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
bendito.
but, like, I don't know. Well, yeah, no, her for sure.
I was-
be talking
Yeah, she doesn't have to sing.
No, but she can know what? Hey,
she
no,
could
no,
just
no,
be
no,
quiet.
no. That's her best
100%.
quality. She can sing her ass off. She can sing her ass off. That fucking what's the show? What's the show? Victorious. Victorious. That.
Look at this guy.
Well, see, I don't have TV, so I don't even know what that is.
It's like a Nickelodeon
That's
show.
what she came
Oh,
up
Yeah.
with.
that's right.
But like I have children's.
Yeah.
I have children's. So like
They
they
still be watching that shit.
yo, you ever catch yourself doing that?
Watching
you be like,
the cartoons.
Yo, yeah, go to bed, and then you just high, and then it's just on. You
Yeah.
on your phone, and then next thing you know, you just
Yeah,
you
you
just
I
start
still watch cartoons.
With your
and I'll
songs,
do
I
that-
don't
and
know
I'll do
about
that
songs.
sober,
Y'all
so.
crazy. I'm just talking about watching
I
with
also
the.
watch cartoons and I do that shit so.
What you watching?
Oh,
Cartoon
I don't-
wise, Family Guy don't
Avatar:
count.
The Last Airbender. I'll watch SpongeBob if it's on. If I see it, I'll watch that.
Yo, I didn't
Family
realize
Guy?
SpongeBob came out in the '90s until
Oh, yeah.
until like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was like super against that shit.
Mm.
That came out like 99 or 98
Yeah.
or some shit like that.
Yeah, no, that's an old.
I was
one.
surprised about
It's like
that.
Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy.
Nah,
is
no,
like-
no, it's not. Ren and
Ren-
Stimpy is.
Well, no,
like,
not like it, but I'm saying
shit
that's
was
when
boring.
Ren and Stimpy came out.
Ren and Stimpy is an
It's not for
adult
kids.
cartoon.
That shit is boring.
It's an adult cartoon.
It kind
You
of
crazy.
is for adults.
That shit was boring.
Rocco's
it
Modern
all,
Life.
It all depends on
That
which
was my
episode.
shit. That
yeah,
was my
Rocco's.
shit too.
That shit was boring.
What else? Team Rocket was good.
That shit was cold. That was just,
You crazy? That's corny. That was corny.
That shit was
Y'all
cold.
niggas are whack.
Nah, Rocket Power was shit down both of them shit you just said.
No, Rocket Power was the shit. What'd you just say? You said Rocket Power, then you said
Yeah,
something completely
Rocket
fucking
Power was
different.
shit.
Ed,
I
Ed,
was
and
saying,
Eddie.
like,
Ed, Ed, and Eddie was great too.
Ed, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I think because the
Beans
time
and
it came
onions.
on, I was
Yeah,
just
hit
like,
or miss.
Yeah, Rocket Power was like I think
Rocket Power
that
was one of the best
the
cartoons
end.
that ever came out.
Cat dog, cow and chicken. That was fucked up.
Cat Dog was
That was a
entertaining.
weird
I
cartoon.
kinda-
I like
When they
Cat
started
Dog.
fighting
Yeah.
the greasers and shit.
Yeah, that was it.
What was it?
I definitely watch Cat Dog. I watch a lot of Cat Dog, but I'll be mad sometimes. Like, yeah, that shit, boy.
Because the dog was dumb as hell.
They were both dumb as
No,
fuck.
the cat was intelligent.
That's like Pinky in the Brain.
The cat was intelligent.
Pinky and the Brain was kind of boring. Dexter was
Pinky
better.
and Brain was boring as fuck.
Yeah.
But it was the same shit.
Dexter
it
was
was
cool.
like two different brains, and it was like one's dumb, one's not.
Do you guys ever do Saturday morning cartoons?
Oh
I used to
yeah.
watch Power Rangers and shit.
What you know about Johnny Quest?
I don't know much about Johnny Quest.
Oh, come on, man.
He
yeah,
missed it
nah,
by that
yeah,
much.
yeah. You might
A
have.
hair. He don't know about Haji and shit.
Yeah, you might have just missed that.
What's that?
Johnny Quest. That's because
Yeah.
that shit.
I've
That shit.
heard about it.
'cause
I've heard about it.
I think to us it was old.
How old
It's
are you?
been on for
How
a while.
old are you guys?
I'm 31.
Oh.
We're not that.
How old are
He's
you?
32.
I'm grown.
He a whole lot.
Well, you guys look a
He
lot
32.
younger than you are too. Holy shit! I thought
Hey.
you
I'm
guys were
16.
Black don't crack.
That's true.
He like black bitches. He Mike like black bitches,
Dude,
y'all.
wait, how old?
Mike
No,
like
how
black
old though
bitches.
is like Dave Chappelle?
Chappelle is 50s?
He doesn't look that.
50 something.
He doesn't look that.
50s.
And,
Pharrell, too.
look at
Pharrell's
Will
50
Smith
something.
too.
Pharrell is a
Will Smith.
vampire.
Pause. Y'all about
What,
to
is he,
start,
like,
start
80?
going off on
You know-
list of men who look good?
No,
That's what y'all about to do?
no, we're gonna
Relax
talk about
Mike
J
and Mike at
Lo.
night. That's what y'all about to do?
J Lo,
Mike and
how
Mike at
sexy
night?
about to
J Lo
change
is
that
at 50 plus, right? Hey, yo, we can bring back Mike and Mike. There is
Mike
no
and
more
Mike
Mike
at
and Mike
night.
right now.
Mike at night.
There is no more Mike and Mike.
Night is in pink.
Hey.
Hey,
Let's
Mike.
talk about men.
You watch Mike and Mike back in the day?
No.
The sports show, you into sports? Crazy Mike and
No,
Mike, Mike Goldberg,
I've
Mike
never,
Greenberg.
I've never gotten into
England.
sports. I know. Well,
You live in New England. You
here's
didn't
the
even
thing.
at least play
Here's the
hockey.
thing.
You like the
I
Bruins.
grew up in like southern Missouri, and I lived in Portugal for a few years as well.
So you're not really a New Englander.
Kind of like I was born in Connecticut.
Wakanda?
No, Wakanda for life, dude.
He said Wakanda?
No.
That sounded like Wakanda.
Well, kinda.
You gotta put that.
You got that
Wakanda.
New England accent. You got that New England accent. You know what I'm saying?
Do I? Do I a little bit?
Yeah, yeah.
Wakanda.
You know what I mean? Say car. How you say car?
Car.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I car,
You from New
car.
England.
It's with an
You
R.
still from New England?
I've been living here for some time, 12 years,
Alright, yeah.
and it'll do that to you too. So
How's your Spanish? You can speak Spanish, right?
I can speak Portuguese.
Portuguese is different.
You know what? It is different too.
They close.
And
It's
you know what's
different.
even funnier?
It is
They cousins.
No, there's
Is
like
I was this close
is-
to probably having an accent because I knew how to speak
This
Portuguese.
was having an
Listen to me.
accent.
No, I thought in Portuguese before I got back to the States.
What does that mean?
Meaning, in other words, I spoke the language for so long
Mm-hmm.
as a kid because I moved there when I was 10, almost 11.
Obrigado.
I got back.
That's all I can say.
Obrigado. And
There
that's
you go.
He
and
said say it right.
Origato
Yeah.
is thank you in Japanese though. So you're close.
Alright,
I mean,
yeah,
you're not
yeah,
close.
same
You're on the
shit.
fucking.
Yeah, alright,
you
whatever.
hit the nail on the head.
I'll still fucking launch.
You
I'm
make
a
it in
fucking
Japan.
Asian.
You make it in Japan.
or Brazilian.
Not Portugal though. Not Portugal.
Hey, look, listen. It's the effort.
Yeah, it is the effort that counts. They'll take it. But no. So obviously nobody speaks English there. So and my whole family lives there as well. So it was really great to grow up in that environment and learn a new language. And I still speak it to this day because my grandparents don't speak English, and I see them pretty often because they're here right now. They weren't able to go back home due to the pandemic, but I always say like I'm super happy that they're around because if I didn't, in other words, have them to talk to, I would have lost the language a long time ago. And by contrast, if you're in that environment long enough, you end up adopting that language. So I say to people, if like you really want to learn a language, find somebody who you can talk to in that language. You'll learn it in no time if you really want to. Versus, of course, just I don't know, Rosetta. What the fuck? Like, really? Is there that much? Is there that
I'll
much
listen to
success?
Rosetta and Gitstone.
Is it that much? Is it that successful? I feel like you really need to have an intimate, at least an intimate conversation with somebody in.
You
a
got to be
different language.
forced into that shit.
Yes.
Essentially,
And it was
I
funny.
feel like
Years after, I would still like.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with my background. Like,
No. Yeah, tell me about yourselves a little
like,
bit.
I'm a Marine. I'm a Marine.
No way.
I'm a Marine. Went to Iraq.
No way. What was that like?
Different, fun. miserable,
Shit, how
more
long were you a
misery.
Marine for?
I was in it 4 years.
No, thank you for your service. That's
Yeah.
fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
man.
But
Thank you. Whatever.
no, that is
Those are old jokes.
Yeah.
You bring it up past shit that I said before, but like same shit like that. Once you get thrusted into a different country,
Yeah.
you ain't got no
Mike and next.
after nut to butt thrusted.
Welcome to Mike and Neck. We thrusting.
Okay. Okay.
Yo, this nigga's stupid.
To the break it down. The lights don't turn off here,
Yo.
folks.
Oh no, the lights
They
definitely
stay
turn
on.
off. The lights definitely turn off.
We broke the switch.
Nah, the lights. That was one of the
We took
weirdest.
the fucking
nah,
switch out of the wall and
That was one of
pasted
the
over it.
weirdest things I've actually seen, like
What?
to date,
What?
like in Iraq. Like I think I don't know what time. Like
Please,
10.
where you
I'm
going
probably
with
gonna
this,
say
Mike?
10 o'clock. Oh wait, no. You
Where
want me
you
to?
going with this, man?
I'm talking about the lights being turned
Oh.
off. But if you want to talk about that shit, we can talk about that shit because rumors has it, like from what I was told, this probably could have been made up, but you know, people just guys be talking, Marines be fucking just talking, like
talk.
yeah, they do. Supposedly, this is something that Marines used to say.
I got a lot of friends in the military, and
This
I
is
don't know
something- this is
anybody who
something-
says more fucked up shit than they do. And I,
This is-
to the point where I don't even respond anymore.
This is something Marines used to say. Supposedly,
That's
in
kicking
Iraq,
dogs
if you
out,
were
bro.
a man and you took another man, bent him over, and fuck him in the ass, you now own him. You own all his wives. You own all his sheep. You own all his
men you
land.
Yeah.
I don't do none of that
No,
shit.
that's
you own,
what
George?
goes
Crazy.
down out
How
there
many
in the
men
Middle
George
East.
That
own?
was something that was said. Like,
So how many men own
I ain't
George
never
own?
seen that shit.
How many men you own?
I don't do that shit. You crazy. I like women. You crazy.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
outta
yeah,
here.
How many families and properties got your name on it?
That's wild.
Low key, you got like a village. You got like a village back there of people that are yours.
that are
Going
mine.
on vacation.
You're so stupid.
Back.
Guard your eyes.
You don't want
Fucking
him to own
genocide. It's a fucking genocide. Stupid.
Daddy, why they see?
Shut up. This is stupid. Did y'all see somebody on
The last
Wipeout?
time he's sharing anything like that.
No, it's not. Trust me, this guy's heard all types of fucking craziness. But I seen today. I guess this probably happened like a couple weeks ago. An intendant on Wipeout died. Like
What?
Like an intendant on Wipeout died doing
What's
the
Wipeout?
course. Wipeout. You,
You
know
said it in the
Wipeout, the show back in the day?
No.
Like the op.
Yeah.
What I say? What I say? What I say? What I say?
Fantastic.
Intestines.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
You
you
said
did.
it twice. Like,
No, I didn't.
Intestines.
Nah, y'all gotta bring that back.
The intestines?
Nah, I didn't.
Bring it back.
I
Bring
said
it back.
cut. Y'all didn't miss. Y'all missed the
I
cut.
cannot confirm or deny that.
Y'all
I
missed
have
the
no
cut.
idea.
We ain't cutting shit
A
out.
contestant.
This is either gonna be either one
You
or two
from
things.
New England. Enunciate, bro.
I can tell by your accent.
Enunciate.
I said cut.
No,
Definitely
you did
died.
not.
Come
Going
on.
through the chorus.
Damn.
Wow.
They don't
Remember,
sign
you
that?
remember Wipeout though?
They don't
It
sign
sounds
that?
really familiar. Like I'm gonna say again, I did not grow up with TV at all.
Kim, you had
They
nothing.
basically hop through like a little corny obstacle course, do all that bullshit. Don't they have to sign something? I remember on Fear
Yeah.
Factor back in the day, you had to
Ninja
sign
Warrior?
something.
I know Ninja
it's
Warrior.
something like that, but like
Yeah,
for
I
goofs,
bet- okay,
for
okay.
like
Yeah, it's
the
more
everyday.
jokey though.
Japan has a great one. It's called.
That
what the
is,
hell's
it
called?
was that shit. It
Is that
was
the Japan one?
But they brought it to the United
Oh my
States.
god, the Japan ones are so funny. It's like XWMU or some shit, and they'll like
Literally the
blast
same.
people out of porta
In
potties.
the middle of the night.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
yeah.
literally the same show.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And somebody legit died.
Yeah, because
mean, it's only a matter of time,
bringing
let's be
back,
honest.
They're bringing it back. So, well, I don't know if they're gonna come back now after that.
Man, what you mean?
And somebody can die on your show, and you can be like, "Listen,
Yo, that's
he signed the liability
fucked up.
waiver."
If somebody died on what's that show they go naked? For
Naked and
Naked
Afraid.
and Afraid.
Is that it,
You die on Naked and Afraid.
dude? Alone. So
Come on, man, you butt
Netflix.
ass Bucky butthole naked in the fucking wild somewhere.
Yeah, figure it out, dude.
If you die, like, hey,
No, dude. Have you guys seen Alone on Netflix?
Nah, I've heard about it though.
That was good. That was.
I've
really
heard
good.
Joe Rogan had people on.
He had the winner on.
But that dude was fucking weird.
You gotta be weird if you're gonna kill and harvest a
But
moose.
this dude was
Oh my
previously
God.
Raw, you know what I mean? Like,
But-
like part by part.
previous to Alone, the show. He
Yeah,
was
it's
already
wild.
living in the wilderness for like years.
He was
Like
getting prep for this shit.
Yeah, he was.
it wasn't.
He's a
getting
pro.
prepped for
No,
it. That's just
well,
what
that's
he
why
did.
I ask, because if you guys saw it, you would see how much strategy goes into doing that. Like it's insane how prepared people are from not only a tactile standpoint, but also from like a mental standpoint. Like, okay, no food today. I freaking missed my shot. That's it with those people, and it's like they're fine. Okay, to the point where they would send in a chopper. They did vitals checks on all these participants. They would come back like people didn't quit. Most of the time, they had to go home because the doctor would be like, "Listen, you're gonna die. You've lost 40 pounds in a week." You know what I mean? Like, because they're out there.
Shit.
Well, because here's the thing: they're out there eating dead, killed birds and squirrels. And if you're lucky enough, you'll get a moose. So
From
that
what
was
I
best case
understand,
scenario.
it's
That's
like-
why that guy won, because he got a moose.
From what
But
I
everybody
understand,
else-
it's like the last one standing.
Wild.
Yeah, standing.
That's wins. Yeah, that's the
Like,
winner. Yep.
What do they win? $1 million?
Oh
I don't
yeah, I
even
don't know.
know.
Something like that's like 150,000.
Oh, that's not enough. I need to
Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the dude,
Chump change. No,
Wait a
honestly,
minute.
for that though, I would die. I had an early dinner. And I'm starving right now. Like, you kidding me?
2 days in, I'd have been like, yo, I didn't bring no weed seeds.
You'd be
I
surprised.
didn't bring no weed seeds.
I had plans.
And the best part is they drop you off in Alaska, so it's like the most unforgiving
I'm
conditions.
not doing that.
The water they were drinking freezes over 5 inches.
Need 5
They have to
minutes.
bore a hole in that to get water out, and then they have to warm the water up because it takes too much energy to drink cold water.
Well, $150,000. Yeah. No,
That's
you
your
say?
doctor's bills.
Ain't no niggas on this show. I tell you that.
it's not worth
I need a
150.
smooth million plus.
Yeah,
I need
no.
3.7. 892.
Y'all gonna listen to
For
that?
a billion, I would try it.
Y'all gonna listen to that Kid
Out
Cudi?
of just dreams.
Kid Cudi album up there?
No, I've never been the one to
Kid
be
Cudi
like,
dropped
oh,
today.
I
You
listen to Kid Cudi. No.
I love Kid Cudi. Yeah.
He just dropped today. You listen to that
Okay.
project?
No, I haven't, because I just don't stay up to date with stuff. Like I
He
have
dropped today.
Spotify.
You listen to the project.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Man on the Moon 3.
I'll take your moon. Moon. You said moon.
Wow.
I'll take your
Mike
word
and
for it.
Mike
Mike
on
and Mike
the
at night.
Right.
No, I'll take your word for it. I have a lot of friends who love.
I listened to 3 songs and turned it off.
Just 3. The first 3 albums.
No, first 3 songs.
And
At
that's
this,
it?
at this new album. I only listen
rest of
to
them
it
suck?
because I'm a podcaster.
Okay.
That shit was
And I thought I had to talk about it.
The album was
And I do have to talk about
It's
it,
good.
but
I mean, Kid Cudi is great if you haven't listened to him.
album was sliding.
not
You don't
for
like
me.
Kid Cudi?
Not for me.
I don't
You're not
know.
a Kid Cudi
I grew up
fan,
with Kid
though.
Cudi.
I'm not trying to slit my
I
wrist.
grew up with Kid Cudi. Like,
I'm not trying to
high
dive
school.
vibe.
Soundtrack
Like,
to my life, like
Come on now.
soundtrack to my life is the soundtrack to my fucking life. Like,
Nobody
yeah.
can sing.
Thank you.
Come on now.
What are the words?
That
I'm-
all of these
There you go.
emotions I'm
Pouring out of me. I swear that to the life in
Hey.
you, it's only right. This is
mad
soundtrack
cute. I
to
like
Mike's
this.
life.
Little duet. I like that.
Yeah, no, but
Okay.
seriously, that
shit was
I can't tell you
hard.
how many times I smoked pot to that song.
No bullshit.
I'm not even kidding.
That boy
And then
Scotty made the
yeah,
best
Scott.
lead
They,
songs.
they also made the soundtrack to what the hell was that song? Project X.
yeah, the Project X shit was pretty alright.
Push
It
a
was
bit,
pretty alright.
little bit, roll it up, take a hit, feeling lit, feeling flies, 2 a.m. summer night.
I asked you this
Hand on the
earlier. Did
wheel.
you answer it?
Huh?
I asked you who you were listening to, but who's your top 5 greatest all time? Who you like listening to? Like, who's
Oh,
your
dude, that's
favorite?
a bad question for me.
Your
I'm
favorite
so in the moment.
artist?
Well, I really.
Matter of fact, let's flip that.
Hmm.
Who's your top in each genre of music you listen to?
That's a fire ass question.
I
High
like
five.
that.
That's a good question. Yeah. 10 points for that.
Mike and Mike at night.
The burn of 1,000 suns.
He don't even want to. He don't
I'll
even
put
want to
it back.
talk about
I'll
it
put
no
I'll
more.
put it back. I'll put it back. I'll put it back.
All right, let's see. Rock. Shit. Is Linkin Park rock?
Lamb of God, yes.
Yeah.
That is alternative. Thank you. That is alternative. Dude,
Black people think
I
that's
love-
rock though.
I love.
You love
music.
Lamb of God?
Oh no, that's alternative.
I thought you were gonna say Lamb of God. I thought you were gonna say you love Lamb of God.
No,
You
no.
love
I
Lamb
said,
of
oh
God?
my god, oh my god.
I was gonna say Lamb of God.
Linkin Park. I don't know. I like Led Zeppelin a lot. I do like a lot of the classics. Jim Morrison's birthday was like 2 days ago. The
I only
8th.
love Lamb of God because they talk about Marines. They like
Yeah.
killing people. And
Greta Van Fleet's another really awesome band that just started doing shit, and they're really great rock. Okay, so that's
3 Days
probably
Grace.
around there. Nirvana, I really like. See, that's a bad question for me because I like so many. Rap, I mean,
Wu-Tang.
Kanye, Eminem have been like really big ones for me. I like actually. The older I get, the more I like Jay-Z.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. I never really appreciated his music when I was younger. But yeah.
why do you think that is?
I have no idea.
It wasn't for the
Because here's the thing. Because that's actually a great question. And I know the answer. The most rap is actually hip hop. So you're doing it. You're listening to it for the mood, for the beat, the way it makes you feel. Jay-Z has a lot of depth in his lyrics, and he can explain things to people with a song really, really well that you wouldn't otherwise take into consideration. Like, I know it's probably pretty vulgar for me though, but I will say, like, I really like his song "Story of OJ." Have you ever heard "Story of
Wow.
OJ"?
Have I ever heard?
Are you serious? Yeah, like. So no, I'm serious though. Like, yeah, okay. But, like, that song's so great, and it, if you think, or rather take into consideration what he's saying, he's explaining the simplicity of investing, and if you're listening to that kind of music, you're gonna catch
444.
up.
That whole album.
See, I didn't know it was from that album. I never follow along with albums.
That whole album. That whole
Was
entire
good?
album.
I'll have to look into it. I'll
Top
take
to
your word
bottom.
for it.
That whole album was exactly that.
And that's what I mean by the depth. You know what I mean? He did a great job of explaining how simple investing is. And to the common person, if you went to high school and college, unless you took business, you're fucked. You don't know what investing in business. You don't know what a compounding effect of stock portfolio or passive income is, depending on what you're investing in. Business systems, all these little things. These little things for me are hit home because I've been in the past 2 years, probably 2.5 years now, like completely just steeped in figuring out ways that I can get my money to work for me. And that's kind of what that song was mostly about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay, stop that. Start it over. We're doing a part 2. We're going to keep that going. Ain't no way we're stopping this podcast.
All right.
You want to change the angle?
What are you doing? Just going back.
Go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Right, keep the conversation going.
He got to take a shit.
Oh, is it still rolling?
He got to take a shit.
What do you say?
I thought he was going to change the angle or some shit.
Is it still rolling?
Yeah. He letting the stank out.
So what's this all about? How's that work?
It's Anchor because sometimes the computer be on the bullshit, so we don't always get the audio. So,
But yeah, and then what's the other genre? You know what? Techno will like consume me sometimes,
No bullshit.
like EDM music.
No bullshit.
You know what I mean? If it's summertime, I'm probably only listening to EDM. My mood goes simultaneously with the weather. Like if it's winter, I'm a completely different person in the winter. I do everything I can to avoid it, to be honest.
I just started getting into creating some techno music just because I've been
Really?
around a lot of people of the Caucasian complexion.
Wait, no, wait, hold up. Who's that guy? What the hell is his name? Steve Aoki types. You know what I mean?
And no bullshit. When like they smoke and they chill, like they really just like to listen.
Something
to
about techno.
it's the beat, the trance that it puts you in.
Yeah, it's definitely the most tribal format of music you could listen to. That's.
And you don't really need a lot of words.
No, and it's minimalist because you can just use a computer.
If you do have to fucking dip, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
They like chips.
I'll leave like around like 10:30.
All right.
About like for 2 more minutes.
1030.
What I miss?
We were talking about techno music. And you've been
Oh
getting
my
into
God.
it. What do you make? What do you do right now? Are you just getting into it listening, or do you make it?
Alternative hip hop.
Okay.
So I do everything that involves rap included.
Nice.
So the same thing you was talking about Linkin Park. The lead singer of Linkin Park is a rapper. You know what I mean?
Right.
Korn, the lead singer, like that's all
So
rap.
Rip Chester Bennington. That's the lead singer there.
Did you get okay? I don't think we ever talked about this. Did you get introduced to that through wrestling?
No, I got introduced to that to living in New England. You know what I mean?
What's that?
Before we had hip hop stations, we had
Rock
top 40
stations,
stations.
yeah.
You know what I mean? When you listen to top 40? You listen to top 40?
Yeah, it really depends on my mood. I've been listening
Because
to
I feel like, to me,
alternative hip hop.
I don't know. I feel like I got introduced to a lot of that shit through wrestling. Even with my
How long
dad.
did you guys wrestle for?
I
school?
yeah.
Where did you guys go to school? High school.
Central High School.
With the Pathfinder.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
Cash!
everything. It wasn't even fair.
What's
I
that?
wasn't good at shit.
It wasn't fair.
What do you
I
mean?
wasn't good at shit.
Like because you guys are still in Western Mass.
Yeah.
You guys are technically a Western Mass school.
Right.
You guys would be in a Western Mass tournament, and
You guys crushed us?
it's
Football?
not fair.
Football? Yeah.
Wrestling.
Oh, everything, yeah.
and it's not fair. You guys are a small
Yeah.
school.
Shout out.
I love inner city. Shout out Central High School, man. Yo, the best high school in Western Mass is not even. There's no
Man, you gonna
fucking
do that
question.
to him after
Yup.
you just
Dude,
left-
you're
after
hurt.
you
You're
just left
killing me. You're
Pathfinder?
tearing me apart.
No, I'm not.
I don't give a fuck. I ain't no administration there.
Hey, look, I'm only speaking facts. It is what it is, man.
No,
The
I don't
school,
doubt
the
it.
school is ranked nationally, man, for all types of
Hey,
different
Central ain't
shit.
have no
We're a
studio,
small
but
town
like,
school.
come
I mean,
on.
Palmer has 10,000 people in it. Like,
And that's the shit, and that's what
No
makes,
cap.
and that's what makes that
You
what
get
it
pulled
is.
over by the
Okay,
police.
exactly.
They tell you right off if you don't live out here. Like, holy shit, how
yeah,
you
they're
know
the
that?
kind of
Nah, they pull you over because of that. Like, I don't know,
they're
I
kinda-
don't know you.
How do you know that?
They're
You
Fuck
know
you doing out
everybody?
here?
Listen, no, they're the kind of
I
cops
know
that are so
everybody.
unstrung because nothing happens in that fucking town. When something goes down, they just go, "Hey, get the fuck out of here," and that's
Keep
it.
driving straight.
Yeah,
All
get
right.
out of here. Well, you'd be surprised though. I've been in the back seat probably more times than I should have been for dumb shit like walking. Because I was going home one night and this, lights turn on and where you going? What's in the bag? And they do one of these. So
Weed?
My friend's girlfriend, gives me, or ex-girlfriend at the time, and I won't any names. She gives me a bag of his clothes.
Amber?
Like, hey, could you take this? And I'm like, sure. I was at a party and they live like 5 miles away, so it was a long walk in the middle of the night. And all of a sudden
tell
the
me you had some shit
lights
on you.
turn on, and I'm like, all right, I don't care. There's just clothes in the bag, whatever. And there was, but it was just like, what the fuck, dude? He grabs the bag. He goes, what's in the bag? I tell him clothes, and he goes like this with the bag, and there's fucking clothes, and all over the car. I'm like, okay, you guys drinking? Yeah.
Why'd you say yeah?
I was like
walking.
17.
He's walking nonetheless. He's
and,
walking.
and it's like, what are you gonna do? Like,
You got pulled over walking.
I don't know. I just didn't care because I said to him, I had one beer. Because I've been like so terrified of cops. Like I feel like the more honest you are, the less shit happens. You start acting all fidgety and shit. They start running and tackling you. It sucks, dude.
That's a little more than
scary.
that. Fidgety.
Yeah, no, it's scary. And
That's taking flight.
Tackling you.
yeah, never got to that point. I just lay on the ground. Sorry,
White.
you got me.
I didn't know.
You got me, man.
I didn't fucking know.
Oh man, no.
White
Like,
privilege.
that night.
Yeah,
White privilege.
Palmer privilege. You grow up in Palmer.
They get tackled.
They don't do
No
shit out there.
bullshit.
I mean, it's smaller towns. It's like
The police don't want to.
I wouldn't want to be a cop in the city. I wouldn't want to be somebody in a shitty part of town in the city because nobody's happy in that situation.
Nah, it's a
No
fact though.
Yeah.
But what were we saying? What we said?
I don't even remember.
I don't remember either. But yeah, no, it was Palmer. I don't know. Palmer's freaking Pathfinder was a fun school to go to because I always say to people, it's not about finding out what you want to do as or not as much, but it's equally as much about finding out what you don't want to do. And when I was in school, I found out what I didn't want to do. And as I
Wow,
explained to you
that's
guys
something
before,
we don't talk about.
what do you mean?
To that point, that's
Yeah,
what I tried to bring up
yeah.
earlier, like with going to school and trying
Exactly.
to.
I did a bunch of
understand
things,
that.
and I found out what I didn't want to do, and so that's kind of like my story when it comes to it, because I've always just gone after what I liked doing. Because, like I said, when I was painting, I liked working out so much that I made it a job, and with this podcast thing, I love doing it so much that I only see upside. I mean, you do something enough, you always get rewarded for it, especially if you love it. You know what I mean? Because it's not about how much money you're making. I talk about this all the time on my podcast, and it comes down to the fact that if you really size up what it costs to live, you'd be surprised how little money you need to be very comfortable. And if you can achieve making that passively, you're just fucking doing whatever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want.
Right.
And
Talk, Mike.
Yesterday I should that. Yeah, go ahead.
and to that, it's more about less about making money and more about finding a purpose. Because if you're doing something you love, you can do it forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of I know I'm the CEO of whatever. You know what I mean? A lot of these people are up to their fucking neck in
And
shit
that-
they don't want.
Commit suicide.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then,
We're talking about rappers?
no, I'm just talking
All
about anybody.
CEOs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anybody who is sacrificed.
I ain't mean to say that. I ain't mean to say that.
Sacrifice doing what they love for doing something that just makes money. Money doesn't actually bring happiness the way most people are convinced to believe so. Because you know what I mean. It's very displayed in a sense on the media and movies, and it's like, oh, this is a very like uppity thing to be and do and have. But the reality is if you didn't earn that doing something you loved, then you're gonna be suffering. You know what I mean? So it is
Absolutely.
These are important questions to ask yourself. You know, and I'm an ambassador for that for life. You know,
That's
what
why
I mean?
I'd be
Always talk
confused
about
with the trolls. It's like, yo, is that shit really fucking worth it? Do you want a lifetime of trolling?
that. What do you
like,
mean?
Like just people just
Shitting
out
on
here,
people
yeah, just
on-
for the
online?
fucking absolute
Oh,
fuckery.
those people are
like,
miserable. You know what I mean? They can't be happy. Imagine the only thing going through your head when you watch something or see something or experience something, and the only thing you're going
Sad-ass
through your head is
motherfucker.
negative thoughts. The pity actually lies within the troll. I mean that's a shitty way to live, and you know it sucks for them. And hopefully they find a way out. You know what I mean? Like, how long can you go? I've been shitting on people since I was 15, and they're like 70 years old. Like, dude, like that's what.
Yeah, shit.
Really? Did
yes. That Rich Dad Poor
Did
Dad.
you hear the
is-
backlash about that shit? People saying it's
No.
fake and shit like that. He just made that whole
even
thing
if it
up
is, even
to
if it
make
is,
that.
I don't even care. Honestly,
Real shit.
it's not about that. It's about the development and callousing of your mind, the perspective you gain from understanding the difference between thinking rich and thinking poor.
Yeah.
Because everybody technically is
You know,
rich.
y'all know what book
this
I'm
is,
talking about?
This is
You heard
actually.
about that?
this is
I heard
actually
about
a-
it, but I never like
It's a good book.
read
Like,
it.
it will change. It will change your life. Shout out to Trevor Dorian. He turned me onto that book, and he is living that life now. He did pursue real estate, and he succeeded greatly with it. In fact, he's in Mexico, and I'm going over there to visit him on the 8th. I'm going to Mexico for the first time.
Word.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm pretty stoked about it, and so I've been, like I told you before, steeped in understanding ways to make my life easier and give myself more time, because at the end of the day, time is the most valuable currency. But oh god, what was the point? Oh yes, so back to state of mind. If you're Bob Proctor said this, is that we're all rich, we're just short of money. You know what I mean? Because
Word.
it has nothing to do with your wealth. The definition of wealth has less to do with money and more to do with mindset than anything else. Because back to what I was saying, you can be rich without the money based off of how much gratitude you have for what you have. By constantly desiring more, you end up valuing what you have less. And that's what's called a positive feedback loop that occurs with most people. And that's why it's very hard for them to get ahead, because they live beyond their means. It happens very, very consistently. And it's mostly just consumerism at its finest.
Yeah,
You'd be
that's
surprised
exactly
how many
what that
things you
shit
don't
is.
need.
I thought about the inner city
know?
as soon as you said that. I'm
Yeah,
not-
and it's displayed because
I'm not lying.
All them little niggas
no,
in the
but
I'm
here's the
not
truth,
lying.
though.
Nice belts and getting on
cities
the
I'm not
are,
lying.
Cities are cash cows for consumerism.
It is.
Everything's geared
I'm
towards
not,
consumerism.
I'm dead
They,
ass.
they
What I
need
thought about.
everybody who lives in the city to buy what the city's selling, because the city requires so much taxes to stay, on, to keep the damn lights on, that they need everybody to buy everything that's being sold constantly. And that's kind of like it's a perpetuation of the mindset. It's not the worst thing in the world, because sometimes buying something is nice, but I guess at the end of the day, you'd be surprised how much money you spend on shit you don't need if you really just wrote it down.
Speaking of money, I seen
Oh,
a
yeah,
special
yeah, I
earlier
know.
today too, right?
Mm.
$9 million. $9 million, that's a lot of fucking money. But you got to eat somebody out in front of your family. Would you do it?
Eat somebody out.
In front of your family.
No problem.
9 mil, yes.
It's no problem. What
Okay,
the fuck is we talking about?
listen,
I
don't
did it
mess
for
with me.
1 mil.
No, listen,
I
don't.
did it for 150,000.
I just turn around and be
10,000.
like, I say, you guys will understand. But he said
What we talking about?
$9 million. You just turn around and be like, listen, just give me a minute.
Oh, you gotta-
I'll explain later.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner table.
Right. All you gotta do is get a blanket, you know?
But you're fucking with the wrong guy.
Wow! This is the Christmas dinner.
Shit been in the oven for 6 hours.
They sticky as fuck. What you mean, yo?
A foil wrap.
Mom, buy your new house.
Yeah.
Think there's $1 million. Don't even worry about that pussy I just
Yeah.
Wipe it out your memory.
No, some guy
I
said.
got $1 million reasons.
No,
to wipe it out your
here's a
memory.
good one for you.
Wow.
Some guy said, "Would you suck a dick for
Nope.
$1 billion?" Yeah, $1 billion. He goes, "Yep," and he goes, "What?" And he goes, $1 billion can buy you a fuckload of mouthwash.
No.
Here's the thing, though.
Need a new mouth,
I bet you.
tongue, brain,
Let me.
life.
Here, let me
heart,
fuck around for a second. Though.
body, soul,
Listen to me.
spirit.
Listen to me. If you had $1 billion, though,
It's not enough.
it's about. Listen, man. It's about. It's about. Listen,
You say,
it's about.
AKA, he's gonna do it. He gonna do it.
Yo,
Yo, what are we?
On no, he gonna do it.
Your mic
You don't
at
gotta
night.
explain it.
Like,
No, we're not.
like your
Mike
mic at
and
night.
Mike,
Pink
we're not.
light. You
Mike
heard
and
it?
Mike at night. Listen, you don't know how much
Talk,
$1
Mike.
billion is.
This is not Mike and Mike. This is Mike at night.
So you're gonna have the big vein, the main vein,
The main vein.
thrust on your the roof of
I
your
take
teeth.
it down to an atomical level. I go,
You're gonna
these are
take
just,
it down.
These are just creatures living on a
Just
planet.
particles.
These are
Just
just
little particles.
These are just whatever. I take it.
Shut the fuck
Install that
What
in my
about
mind.
when the particles
But
get
listen,
excreted
let me-
down your throat?
We're all stardust.
It's just pulp and orange juice. It's just pulp and orange juice.
Well, you gotta hold
No,
up.
this is terrible.
Because you need to know how much $1 billion is first. $1 million.
Hey, look,
Let's
you
wait,
can
hold up.
live off $1 million. You can fucking
10 years
God.
at $100,000 a year is $1 million. Listen to me. $1
I'm
billion.
fine.
You're fine. I know. I bet you are.
I
But
got
what I'm
long-term
saying-
money.
He's sucking dick. Hold up.
Hold up. I'm gonna tell you why. and you're gonna pause and think about it.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you. Wait, hold on.
Listen.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm sucking dick. That's
Yeah.
what he said. No.
And you're gonna believe it.
No, I'm not.
Not only are you gonna believe it, you're gonna think about it too. Because here's the
No,
difference.
I'm not.
Here's the difference.
Carla said, "Shit, she get that."
Let me just rattle something off here really quick, man.
Oh my God. Go
Babe.
ahead. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
1 million
Mike at
seconds.
night.
You know how long 1 million seconds is?
I don't care.
Too long.
11 days. You know how many? You know how long 1 billion seconds is? 32 years. That's the
That's
difference
crazy.
between 1 million and 1 billion.
That's actually fucking dope. I need to make that a song.
No, it's not. So that means you're gonna suck dick because of that difference?
But the billion second shit. That's
It's not about what you did, it's about what you can do. Sacrifice. It's obviously
You can suck
listen,
dick?
Listen, I mean, if you could be elementary about it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's fucked
So
up.
you high
but
school about it?
but-
are you a college grad? You a doctorate?
I teach dick psychology.
Oh my!
Wow.
Not cool.
Never heard of that. This is gonna be wild.
Were we talking about getting canceled or something earlier?
Hey, look, this is inappropriality. We're
Now,
okay.
some motherfuckers might tune into this shit, you know, the flamers.
Listen, no one's asked me yet, so I haven't done it. So don't be like that. Don't be like that. You know.
That's
Don't
crazy.
start-
You about to get
No,
them
I'm not the
fucking
guy who
them
did
them
that.
African
I'm the guy I'm
scammers
talking
about to
about
be
doing
calling
it.
you in a
P.
second.
Diddy gonna call this motherfucker like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, think about it because
This nigga
it
Diddy.
depends. What's $1 billion? What's $1
So
billion
you like
to you?
cheesecake?
You see, like if you watch like, all right, we'll get real deep with it. If you watch people die in another country for starvation, when you could launch a $10 million operation and still have $990 million dollars, you could not only feed a town but build a town.
No bullshit.
For a dick suck, that's an honorable sacrifice. Yo, if there was a samurai in the room,
Holy
if there
shit!
was a samurai
Oh
in the
my
room,
God.
he would say,
He's gonna
"What's
kill
that
world
knife?"
hunger.
He would pull out his,
said, "What's that
he would pull out his sword and he would fucking knight me right here. So that's all I'm saying.
I know some bitches who
With
suck
honor.
dick for bus fare, so he ain't bullshit.
I wouldn't suck it for bus fare.
$1.25.
I collect cans. I'd do that.
God damn.
That's what. How many cans is that?
Probably. 50,
It depends. One of
50
these is
cans.
10.
said he sucked
It
dick.
depends on the can. Shut up. Locals Only Podcast.
Only.
Where can everybody find
Mike and
you
Mike
again?
at night.
We gotta wrap this
With
up.
the motherfucking pink light.
We gotta wrap this up. Where can everybody
Why we
find
gotta
you?
wrap this
yourself?
shit up?
Find
Mike
myself.
was just getting that night.
K gotta go.
We were just about to replace the sign.
We can continue the fucking the visual.
Gonna cut the
K
audio
gotta get out
off.
of here. K gotta get out of here.
Okay. Where they can find me at? Just type in Locals Only Podcasts on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Apple iTunes, Facebook. And I've been like putting stuff on TikTok too.
Okay.
TikTok's kind of fun, right? I guess. I don't know.
Nah, I don't have a TikTok.
I do TikTok every now and then. It's kind of a time suck, so I try to stay away from it.
That social dilemma shit definitely fucked me up.
What's that?
Social
Yes.
dilemma? God
Well,
damn, that
that's
was
back
hard to
that
say.
we were talking about the algorithm. It's so on purpose, all the shit they do.
Yeah. Then that was one of the things they talked about was TikTok was one of the first apps to absolutely try to get you 1 million followers. So every single time I see somebody with, I got 1 million followers on TikTok, I'd be like,
well, you have a bunch
they
of
did that
open,
for you.
like open algorithms. So when you have a platform that's really saturated with viewers and not producers, you then have totally open channels for all kinds of different. And that shit was. You guys familiar with Gary Vee?
yeah, I love Gary Vee.
Yeah, Gary Vee's
I read
awesome. And
two
he
of his
talked
books.
about that. I read Crush It too, and he
I
was
read Crush
actually
It.
so on top of that whole movement, both with Vine and TikTok. And he's not kidding. If there's a platform
Read
opening
Crush
up,
It.
like honestly, shout out anybody if you're trying to do anything of that nature, keep an eye out for open,
if you need.
like brand new open social media platforms, because they are out there. Things like TikTok and Facebook exist on different formats that have less people on them that aren't big yet, and they're there. You know.
Oh no, TikTok's annoying to me. I'm just now.
Yeah.
I suck on Instagram.
Yeah,
I'm just now getting into IG.
In other words,
heavy.
if you
Somebody
put up a video
granddad.
every day going, "Hey, I'm Mike," and that's it, you would be surprised how many people start
No
following
bullshit.
you. It's like
No bullshit.
kind of ridiculous. It's
No bullshit.
free audience. So then all of a sudden, after saying, "Hi, I'm Mike" for 65 days in a row, you can then be like, "I do a podcast."
I'm tired of
check
saying
this
my
out," and then you have
goddamn intro.
22,000 people who go like, "Whoa."
That's why you got to record one.
And what I fucked it up last night was the first time I was that's not
You
how
was
my
thinking of
intro
talking?
go. Nah. The TikTok, you want to talk about the TikTok fucking video? You know what that is? You don't even know what that is.
Did
do you?
you guys see these monoliths popping up?
Yeah, see, come on.
Well,
man.
here's the thing. I feel like I'm fucking getting old because I don't believe it for a second.
Supposedly those hits are all fake. But the TikTok video was
The TikTok.
proven.
Of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you
TikTok
mean.
video.
Of us like a spaceship. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I've heard about it.
Some fighters, some fucking jet fighters caught footage of a UFO.
Yeah, no, the Pentagon did say some shit about that, but the monoliths, I'm not
I've
buying.
been in space. That shit. That other shit
They
out
got footage of it. They proved it.
They
They
not
Pentagon
writing-
said it was fucking real. They don't know what the fuck it is.
ain't writing
UFOs are here. Israel just said that the
Is it
aliens
real, though?
aliens exist among us,
But is
and
it
they're
real?
not ready for the United States. Hey, until next time, we are out this hoe. Fuck.